Maybe that works? There we go. Okay, jeez, that was freaking annoying. Alright, oh my god, that's really loud, so I'm gonna actually turn my volume in the game down. Okay, so apparently that doesn't actually change anything. Let me just change my audio. There we go, so now you can actually hear me. Can't hear myself, but that's okay. Alright, so we're gonna play as USA. This game is really new. It just came out a few hours ago. Still pretty dang buggy, but we're gonna give it a go. And I'm playing with one monitor. I usually have multiple ones, so you're gonna have to give me a minute if you say something in chat. Alright, so we're gonna play as the USA. I'm gonna go with mostly historical options. Kansas is a free state. Underground Railroad, available workforce of slaves. Now we're going to get rid of that. And we're going to go for security measures. So the Confederacy will have access to less weapons at the start of the game. Industrialization is probably okay. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and start. No particular bonus for the AI. I'm still new. So screw you if you don't like it. Alright, whew. So I played this for a few hours so far to try and learn it. It's an interesting game. I really like the combat, though the combat is definitely buggy at the moment. But the grand scale of the game is just incredible. It's just freaking huge. Absolutely huge, as you'll see in a minute here. Okay. Okay, just about loaded. I disabled the videos. The videos, they're quite lengthy, actually. They're like documentaries, pretty much, that play between each act, which is really cool if you're into the history, which I am, but for the purpose of the stream, we're going to skip that. Okay, America Divided. So this is the months leading up to the Civil War. This isn't the actual start of it. So Fort Sumter is surrounded. Right now, they haven't fired on it yet. Currently, I still have North Carolina, Virginia, and Tennessee in the Union, as well as Arkansas. That won't stick. But for now, they are still part of the Union because Lincoln hasn't declared the Militia Act, which is what the Confederacy saw as an act of war. So we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to get our economy going here, get our military prepped, get our industry prepped. Okay, I got a chat open here. All right. Hopefully the stream is working. If you can hear me, let me know. I want to make sure that I did it correctly. Alright, here we go. Alright, so basically what's going on is the speed is going at normal speed. As you can see, the time here, 1936, so it goes really, really slow on normal speed. It's a real-time strategy, which I think is kind of cool. So the minutes will tick by over the country over semi-real time. So we obviously don't want to wait forever for stuff to happen, and we're going to fast forward here. But before we do that, I'll just explain a couple things. So currently, you could probably tell the frame rate is pretty bad right now. I don't think that's a graphics thing because I have a pretty good graphics card. I just think it's probably a bug that they'll have to work out. But currently, my only army is really my garrisons. I don't have any standing armies right now because war hasn't broken out. There is... okay, Jefferson Davis was just inaugurated in the South. Looks like there is a Confederate Navy that wants to move up the Mississippi, I believe. Interesting. Okay, and then I have my Navy out here. I'm going to bring my Navy down to New York area in preparation for the war. Or actually, let's bring him into Annapolis Harbor. There you go. Okay. All right. Let's see here. So I'm gonna fast forward a bit. Now I can build my military. You basically have to raise corps and armies and everything from the ground up in this game, from the absolute base. But I'm not going to do that yet because it's going to make my economy just go into the pooper. First, I'm just going to get my policies going here. So I'm going to go at max speed to try and get that done. Davis calls for militia. So the South has called it militia, but for whatever reason, that doesn't kick off the war. It's only when I call for militia that it seems to be affecting. And the music in the game, it's very strange. The music in the game is random. It kicks off sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. Yep, see, there you go. Like if I zoom out into the larger map, it seems to kick off the music. I don't really know why. Okay, and you can see my Navy is on its way down. Every time a newspaper thing pops up, it pauses the game. Its way down, and you'll notice if I mouse over different areas, it will actually say what the temperature is on the top right there. So currently it's 29 degrees. I'm assuming that's Fahrenheit because Celsius would be very hot. And the further north we go, of course, the colder it gets. And then down in the south, 45 degrees in Florida. That seems highly unlikely. I think they're still working on that. Okay, there's Charleston. Comes my Navy. And let's see how my policies are doing. Okay, they're getting along. Yep, down it comes. Why do I hear firing? Are they fighting? Are they fighting Fort Sumter? No. Oh, okay, sweet. So there we go. That's those policies are completed. Industrialization 1, military 1, civilian warships. I'm probably not going to do those. I tried them in an earlier game and they didn't actually do anything. So let's industrialize even more. Let's put some tariffs are not very profitable actually. So we're just going to do the industrialization and letters of marquee, not really. Diplomacy lets us get Enfield and Lorenz rifles. Diplomacy 2, Enfield musketoons. Diplomacy 3, Whitworth rifles, as well as ironclad ships. I have diplomacy turned off in the game, so I don't think it's necessary at the moment. So we're going to skip that. Okay. And back to full speed. Okay, yeah, we got it. Thank you. New policies are going. I can't do the Militia Act yet until Lincoln gets inaugurated. But if I do the Militia Act, it's going to kick off the Civil War early. Now, the reason I don't want to do that is we're in March, which means generally my troops are just going to sit there in winter quarters. They're not going to do anything. So I might as well play out a little bit more economy. Looks like my finances are doing okay. I've got a surplus. I've got the AI managing finances because honestly, it's not really worth managing myself. Policies, we got military. Currently, it's just garrisons. See, garrison, garrison, garrison. Tons of garrisons. Okay. So why don't we raise a military, if anything, just so you can see what it looks like. So I'm going to raise a military here in DC. For whatever reason, when I disable the videos, all of the generic military that pops up into the next act never actually pops up. So like Irvin McDowell never pops up with his army. The Army of the West never appears. So I had to create all of these armies by myself. But that's okay. So we're going to create a new army. Currently not too many volunteers just because the Civil War hasn't... Well, you know what? Let's wait. Let's actually wait until Lincoln gets inaugurated. Okay, here comes my Navy. Yeah, I know I can raise the units at the fort, but currently the volunteers, there's just not a lot of volunteers. So I'm going to wait a minute before I do that. Okay, there's my name. And he is now there. All right, so Navy's in place. The war is still a month away. Going full speed, full tilt. Got my policies going. I'm not going to touch Militia Act just yet because it's going to start the war early. Confederate capital moves to Richmond. Well, technically it hasn't because I still own Virginia. I don't know if that's a mistake on their part or what. But yeah, okay, so there's that. Virginia hasn't technically seceded from the Union. And okay, let's see. If I go to raise a military now, do I have more volunteers? New army. No, I don't think the volunteers start rolling in until the Act 2, which is where I do the Militia Act. So let's do this. Industrialization's on the way, so I'm going to go ahead and do the Militia Act. That's fine. And I don't think I need to do any of these other ones. Tariffs and printing notes, those don't really help me all that much. Printing notes didn't seem to help at all last time I tried it. So I'm going to enact the Militia Act, see what happens here. South is going to get real mad. Oh, there they go. There they go. Now Virginia is actually Virginia. And let's see if... I think I have to wait till the Militia Act finishes before all these troops come in. Oh, there they are. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and create one in DC. Right, so 25th Army is a stupid name. Let's call it the Army of the Potomac with Major General Charles Sanford. Well, to make it more... Oh, I guess I don't have any other ones I could choose from. All right, whatever. All right, so we're going to add a new... Well, okay, so this is where it gets interesting. I can add an army corps. So let's do this. Add a corps. First corps. And then we're going to add division, first division. And then we're going to actually add troops. So, oh, geez, I thought it was paused. Pause, for God's sakes. Okay, so now we're going to make our units here. Let's see. So you need 3,000 troops in order to create a brigade. So we're going to pull most of our recruits from Pennsylvania since it's right next door. In fact, most of this army is going to be Pennsylvania, if not all of them. I like the uniform. That works for me. So now here's my first complaint about the game. It calls it the 1st Brigade. Now, I know it can't call it the 1st PA because, like, the 1st PA would have been a regiment, but it would still be cool if they called it, like, the 1st Pennsylvania Brigade or something like that, so it actually notates where it's from. Okay, so Pennsylvania. We're gonna do 3 infantry, actually do 4 infantry brigades. And an artillery in the first one. Actually, you know what? We'll do a cavalry brigade. And let's give him a different colored jacket. I don't know if that really matters, to be honest, but there you go. Cavalry, and then, of course, artillery. Do that Pennsylvania artillery. Give him a red jacket for the artillery guy. Okay, so that is 3 infantry, 1 cavalry, and 1 artillery. Now I can make a second group here, a second division, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to go Pennsylvania, infantry, switch you back to normal looking clothes, infantry. Yeah, it's a bit of a slow process for sure. 3. Okay, we're getting low on Pennsylvania volunteers. And these will only be 3-month volunteers. They're kind of garbage, but we'll have to make do. Okay, cavalry brigade. And last but not least, let's do this one as a horse artillery. I'm still learning what the difference, I mean, I know what the difference between horse and normal artillery is, but I'm still learning like the difference in the game. If the horse artillery is faster, if it's a different type of artillery, I don't know. All right, so that's that military raised. Let's raise another one in Ohio so that we can come at Virginia from the west. So we're going to do one more military. Going to raise it, new army in Ohio. Ohio. There it is. Ohio's got quite a population as well. There we go. New unit. No. Cancel. Not new unit. Sorry. Add new. Wait, what? Where did it go? There it is. Let's call it the Army of Ohio. Well, it's going to have mixed units. So Army of the West. Add new group. New group. Here's our first division. We're going to put some units, the first division, and where's Ohio? There it is. So let's give them like a purpler, a more purple. Purpler's not a word. Okay, more purple uniform, just because there's really no reason behind it. It's not going to make it any better, but there we go. Add new unit. Since this is a Western army, let's go for a bit more mobility. Well, okay, so let's go Missouri volunteers. Get some cavalry in there. And then horse artillery. Let's do some Missouri horse artillery. There we go. And then let's make our second division with, let's do a Missouri infantry. Some more Ohio up in here. I'm trying to stay somewhat close to Ohio so that they don't have to walk so far. Wherever you recruit units from, they have to walk from that place. So, or not walk, but ride the train. So it takes quite a while. Okay, another Ohio. Almost done. 2 armies is enough to start with. The AI for the South seems to be kind of stupid. So we're gonna take it easy on them. Okay, one more Pennsylvania. Let's go a little cavalry heavy on this one. How about that? Oh wait, did I say Pennsylvania? I said Ohio. Okay, good. And then let's do Indiana. Indiana. We'll also do cavalry for them. Okay, so we're a little cavalry heavy on this Army of the West. So now if I mouse over it, it says 11 days for my troops coming from Missouri, 3 days for my troops coming from Ohio, and for my Indiana boys, 9 days. So that army is going to be mustering for over a week, and it should be mustering in Columbus, I think. Maybe not Columbus. Where the heck is it? Really? It's up in Toledo? That's a stupid place to muster. First Corps. Where's the actual army? There it is. Army of the West. Okay, well, it's mustering Toledo, which is kind of stupid. But whatever. Alright, so we're going to sit here and going to unpause, let time go by quickly. If I could fast forward time. Okay, so the Army of the Potomac is gathering. Currently, the only units filled are from, let's see. Oh, they're not filled at all. These are just the division headquarters. The brigades are still days away, so we're going to fast forward time for a bit. It's going to take a little while. We're going to do 12-month militia for sure. Going to do military 2. Should I confiscate Confederate slaves? Yes, I should, because slavery is bad, y'all. It's bad. Okay. And I mean, I could do the Emancipation Proclamation right away, but I'm not going to. Still kind of learning what the policies are, what they're for. I mean, I know what they do, but I don't know how effective they are. And I also, this information panel here doesn't seem very descriptive. Like, it says men fielded 2216. I'm going to be fielding like 30 or 40,000. I'm not sure why it doesn't say that. I was playing earlier and it also said that the morale of my armies was like negative 90, which didn't make sense either because I was winning and my armies were actually very moralized. So I don't know if the strategy thing is correct, current. All right, Army of the Potomac. Let's see, how are we mustering? We're getting there. A couple units are mustered. The ones from Pennsylvania. Still have some other Pennsylvania units rolling in. Will be done in a few days. Looks like I think it's a proximity thing. So, like for example, I hold Alexandria because it's within the inner circle of this unit that has troops in it. So it's automatically mine. But I can send a corps to Winchester once the corps is filled out. In fact, I'm going to raise a... no, better not. Let's see. What do we got over here? Delaware. Do I have enough men in Delaware that I can raise a small cavalry army? It's weird that I have to raise it as an army and not as a... like something smaller, as, for example, a division or a corps. Okay, so let's go to Connecticut. We're gonna raise. Can I change that? No, I can't. See, I don't want infantry. Strength 0, gun 0, casualties 0. So it's 3,000 men, but that's not what I want. How do I? Okay, just delete that. I don't want that. Oh, I don't think it. Shoot, I guess you can't delete an army? Alright, well fine. We'll just add units directly under the army's command. Oh no, I think it's deleted. I just have to reopen. Okay, let's go to new army. We're going to go to cavalry. Yeah, whatever, go away. We're going to go to cavalry. Okay, we're going to try that again. Connecticut. Oh, I know why. If I add a unit... that's when it will change the whole thing over to cavalry. Okay, so cavalry, give them green shirts, even though it's more of a sharpshooter look. And there we go. So the whole army is now cav. We're going to add one more cavalry unit. Connecticut is taxed a bit, so let's go for... Maine is a ways away. Let's go Maryland. It's a Confederate hotspot, if you ask me. Bunch of Confederate sympathizers. All right, so Maryland's going to take, oh, geez, 7 days. Come on. All right, where did the army raise? Looks like Philadelphia. No, that's a garrison. I need to go up to Connecticut. Is it in Hartford? Yeah, looks like Hartford, Connecticut. Can't see the unit, but it is there. And let's unpause. All right, so I've got 3 armies going up. I've got 2 main infantry armies and a cavalry army as well. That just sounds weird, cavalry army. Let's zoom out a bit. Actually, I don't know if my army is actually there. Here's all my forts in the list. My squadron. Army of the Potomac, 1st Corps, Army of the West, and 28th Army. Okay, so let's check our policies. Looks like that policy was done. And let's go for federal funding 2. I'm not taxing my people. Taxes are theft. Industrialization 3. Okay, so it only allows up to 8 policies. Kind of weird. And there is my army, 28th Army, Connecticut. We're going to let them continue to muster. Unpause. Gonna head back. Oh, okay, got it. Thank you. All right. Check the Army of the Potomac, see how they're doing. They fully mustered, will start conquering the South. Looks like they have all the batteries, everything's here. They are in winter quarters, so they have to sit here basically until April. Unless the weather clears up enough to allow them to get out of winter quarters. I don't know what the qualifier is for that, like if it's 40 degrees or something like that. But yeah, they have to sit here and do nothing until they're out of winter quarters, which is fine. They'll sit here and gather supplies. This is another thing I noticed. It will say 0% supplies for your army commander, but if you go to one of his, let's see, let's go over to the core. No, not there. Not there. Come on. 1st Corps. If I go to 1st Corps, that's my actual supply, 55%. That's another one I'd like to see fixed. I'd also like to see where if I move an army commander, it moves my corps with me if I choose it, instead of having to manually tell my corps where to go. So my army commander, where you at? There you at. Major General Charles Sanford. I'm going to move him down to Alexandria once he's out of winter quarters, which looks like it's not going to be for a bit. So we're just going 10 speed. Let's see how we go here. Okay. The upside of it, of the time being so slow, is you get to really micromanage your economy, which can be really great. The downside is when you're waiting for something to happen, it can be a major pain in the neck. Okay, so it looks like the enemy is mustering in, what city is that? South of Winchester, Virginia. It's not even a city, it's like okay, whatever, it's near Charlottesville. Okay, are they seriously gonna not defend Richmond? Because I am definitely gonna take that. Looks like they're attacking Fort Monroe. So they're not in winter quarters, but I am? Seems a little unfair. That's okay, though. So they're gonna probably take Fort Monroe out. $72 casualties. Alright, so they're taking some casualties. I'm not even having to do anything. Home squadron. Running out of provisions. Last time I tried to send them back for provisions in another game, they just sat in port and didn't actually collect any provisions. See if I can send my squadron down to bombard them. I don't know if that's a thing. Wow, that many casualties, really? So, okay, cool. Knight's Army, 690 casualties. Warren's Corps. Union invests in military. What do we got going on here? 805 casualties. Oh man. What is the fort holding? Only 243 men, 31 of them disabled. Jeez. Way to go, Fort Monroe. Guys are giving it to him. Let's see, are my guys still in winter quarters? Yes, they are. There's a single star. Alright, getting down there. Hang on, Fort Monroe, I'm coming. Holy crap, those casualties. That's gotta be a bug, dude. Forts can't be that powerful, unless they're assaulting it. Alright, will my navy engage them? 1335. Do I have to tell it? Offensive? No. Control, blockade. Turn to port, stop. Okay, no, I don't want to do any of that. Looks like they gave up their assault because my garrison whooped them. Alright, we're coming up on April. I think that means we're out of winter quarters in a moment. Let's go. First Corps. First Corps is mustering, more or less. And that's another one I don't really understand what disabled means. Does it mean that there's 5,317 troops that are sick? Does it mean they've deserted? Does it mean they're not combatants? I don't understand that bit. Union's credit rating improved. New tax is proposed. Yeah, I'm bleeding money, of course. I haven't figured out how to solve that in the game yet. Revenue Act 1. To fund the war effort, impose a new kind of tax. That's an income tax. Never! We'll never impose an income tax, my people. We're a libertarian union. Alright, so Militia Act, 24 months. Will decrease the number of volunteers, but means my people won't just often leave after a few months. I could enlist colored troops. I kind of like that idea. Enrollment Act 1. I think that's like drafts. Yeah, that's drafts. I don't want to do the drafts. That's not good. But I do want to do colored troops. I think that'd be great. It's going to hurt, or it's going to help the South's morale because they're going to rally around. How dare they have black people fighting for them, but screw those guys. I'll still win. All right, let's check out the military down here. Where is my... Oh, they're in New Haven. Wonder I couldn't find them. Okay, so New Haven, let's see. Are you guys... You're in winter quarters. Of course you are. Useless. So everyone is there, though. That's good. Just going to have to unpause and get out of winter quarters. Southern Sarah. March 29th. Richmond Falls? What? I don't understand. I didn't take Richmond. Who is this? First Corps. What? 29th Army? Who? What? I am so incredibly confused right now. Who is the 29th Army? Lieutenant General Henry Buckland. Okay. Does this have something to do with raising colored troops? No. Okay, so I took Richmond, apparently, for no reason, but it's mine now. Okay, well then let me send my squadron back home. It needs to resupply, although that doesn't seem to work. It didn't seem to work in my last game anyway. So I've taken Richmond through no fault of my own. Just a random army has taken it. That's cool, I guess. Yeah, my Army of the Potomac is still chilling here in DC. There's a random... Who are you people? 29th Army. Let's take a look at them. So 29th Army is just now forming. And that's a brigade from New York, Indiana, and Ohio. Okay. It's Rosecrans. Alright, so yeah, this is very odd. I didn't form an army there. But, I mean, I'll take it. Hopefully they'll form up before those Confederates get there. But yeah, I don't have any other surprise armies. 28th Army, 29th Army, then to my garrisons. Looks like they're still assaulting Fort Monroe. Okay, well, I'm going to attack them from behind then. Because these are all cavalry, and they're almost completely wiped out. Alright, March 31st. We should be getting out of winter quarters any second now. Go to the battle cry of free. Engagement. What? Siblings Army is in contact with 1st Corps of the 29th Army. What are your orders? Okay, so Siblings Army. Oh, that's their guys. Okay. So, unknown strength, 1706. 1706 versus my... I just want to look at my troop strength, guys. Come on. Okay, you know what? Oh, I'm so dumb. It's right here. 79. Yeah, 8,000 versus that? Sure. Let's fight it. Let's fight a battle. Battle of Richmond, Virginia. After initial skirmishing, the opposing armies are deploying for battle. Confederacy fields 0 men. Oh, boy, I hope I win. We field 2 men. All right. It's going to be 2 guys running in with a gun, shooting at air. Hey, look, all of our units have withdrawn. Okay. That's cool. I guess we lost. A major defeat. That makes no sense to me. We didn't take Richmond. That's great. Handed me my first major defeat and I didn't even actually fight. We suffered no casualties. Our morale drops by 0.4%, while our military experience rises by 0.12. So we got a bunch of experience from doing nothing, and it hurts our nation that we did nothing. Sorry, nation. I hadn't intended to fight there. Gonna load there, game? Come on, you got this. 1st Corps, fling and panic. Knight's army is in contact with the Department of Virginia. Okay, the Department of Virginia is, okay, 557 versus their, I remember it's not very much because they're 4 up. This one I will fight, definitely. Let's do it. You guys want to try to take Fort Monroe? You're gonna have to go through my 500 dudes. They're fielding 0 men again. Is this going to be another major defeat? Because I have 557 men, so it's going to be an automatic victory, I assume. Hey, look, I won! Oh man, that's a major federal victory. 0 versus 557. I mean, who saw that coming? Battle of Chesapeake Bay. Now, so far, I've only seen one map in combat. It's just a generic map of Bull Run. I'm hoping that's not the only map in the game. What's up? It's been so long. Hey, what's up, Jack? Okay, their morale dropped and our experience rose. So I guess that makes up for the last bugged out battle. As soon as I'm out of winter quarters, I'll bring my Army of the Potomac down and actually have a fight. But yeah, the game is definitely early access, and you could tell. I mean, it's very frame laggy and some issues, but I mean, it's still a Civil War game. What? I just finished this. Knight's Army, 338 men. Warren's Corps of Knight's Army. Okay, I'm just gonna auto-resolve it because it's just gonna keep. Hampton's division is in contact with 1st Corps of 29th Army. 1st Corps is all these dudes, but I think they're in full retreat. Okay. Hampton's, I mean, I'll auto-resolve that one too because I don't want to. Okay, victory at Chesapeake Bay. Disaster at Richmond, yeah, because it's showing 0. Victory at the Florida Keys. Boy. Okay, that was very confusing. I think the game spawned a bunch of units. London cheers at Confederate victory. Well, screw you, British. Invasion force. Union fears invasion. Well, it's not going to happen because I have it disabled. But there's my units retreating north. I never built those units. They just showed up in Richmond for no reason. Oh, here we go. Now okay, there we go. Army of Northeast. Okay, Irvin McDowell. All right, so here's the armies I expected. I did not. I don't know why they didn't show up in my last game, but whatever. All right, so they're still at winter quarters. Why am I at winter quarters and the Confederates are free to just run around and do their thing? 7284 strength versus my 18,358. Well, I am confident that I would win this, so let's just get you guys down there to Alexandria, assuming you can move out while in winter quarters. Oh, you can. Sweet. Army of the Potomac. Gonna move him as well so that he stays in command range. We will rally the flag, boys will rally once again. All right. Home squadron. It's not getting resupplied. That's very annoying. That happened to me last game too. We have Virginia. Kicking some booty. Gonna leave them there. Actually, they're just messing things up. Okay, unpause. You guys are retreating. let me bring my cavalry force down. The squadron, Fort Willens, 28th Army. There it is. It's my cavalry army. 28th Army. I'm gonna send you guys down to Cumberland, which is currently owned by the Confederacy. That's unacceptable. I'm gonna fix that right now. Okay, looks like there's an army in Grafton. My army up here. Army of the West. Still at winter quarters. Okay, so send you guys down to Point Pleasant. I also have an army over here, the Department of Ohio. Okay, you guys can go there too. Okay, now I believe I sent just my commander down, so I actually have to send the corps down. That's very annoying. So we're going to send the Army of Ohio down into... Army of the Potomac is in contact with Army of the Potomac. Okay, this is... Ah, shoot. This is just my commanding officer, it's not the corps. Okay, well, let's see what happens. Alexandria, Virginia. $26,792 men. I think that means McDowell's army got in on it. Versus their 7,300. Well, this is going to be a slaughter of epic biblical proportions. Okay, deploy your forces for battle. Okay, now I ran into a bug where if I deploy my forces into an off-map area on accident, they will immediately retreat during the deployment phase, so I need to be very cautious. Alright, Army of the Potomac. Okay. It's just my commanding officer. Where's the rest of the army? Alright, so I guess if I go to my order of battle, First Corps, arriving in approximately 9 hours. Oh, I see. Okay. So I just have to basically hide, really. So that's what I'll do. Just gonna hide him. Well, not hide him, but I'm gonna put him up here on this hill. And hit play. So my army's arriving in the morning. I am not going to move my general into anywhere dangerous. I guess I can move him there, capture point. So yeah, this is the only map I've seen so far, and it's just a generic map of Bull Run. And the AI uses two strategies. One is they try to capture all the points, and what they usually do is they'll move north this way, and then they'll come down. So when I'm lucky enough to have an army on hand in time, I will actually put my army right over here at Stone Bridge, and they'll try to cross the bridge because they're stupid, and I'll just wipe them out as they cross the bridge. But it looks like I came in 9 hours ahead of my army. For some stupid reason, my general is like, all right, let's go, boys. So yeah, he's by himself. So instead, I'm just going to kind of hide out until the rest of my army arrives. I'm gonna go full speed. Go, General, go! I do like the tactical view, and then you can zoom in and you get the 3D view. I think that's pretty cool. there's two types of game modes you can play too for the combat. You can do historical version, which is you're sending runners and cavalry, or not cavalry. Yeah, you're just sending messengers basically that will go and they'll give orders to your troops, but you have to wait for the orders to reach your troops for the messages to be to go into place. The other version is more historical or non-historical style, where you just point and click and your guys go. I've got it on the non-historical right now. I played historical for quite a while, and it's very interesting. And once some of the bugs are worked out, it'll be a lot more fun to play that version. Let's put you guys up on the hill, on the bluff. But I ran into an issue today where I surrounded a cavalry brigade, like completely surrounded them. And none of my guys would fire at them. They just stood there staring at them, and they were at close range. They just stood there. And then all of a sudden, for some reason, they all opened fire after like an hour of standing there. And they won, but I have no idea why they wouldn't fire. I think it had something to do with the orders thing, where the orders are delayed. And yeah, you better believe it, Everett. I am running. I'm staying hidden. I don't think they can actually shoot at commanding officers. I haven't seen it anyway. They just seem to ignore them. But yeah, I'm definitely staying out of the way. We're in fast forward. Oh, here comes the first of my troops. First Division. All right, First Division, let's deploy you guys over here. And my general, now that I have an army here, he's going to go back and hang out with the army. Generals are pretty autonomous. They do their own thing. Second Division, let's deploy you to the Turnpike. Army of Northern New Jersey Militia. Okay, so Second Division is going there. New Jersey Militia from Jersey. Joyzy. Put them down here. Just because we'll use them in a little while. And they most certainly will come for this territory. 1st Brigade, part of 1st Division. Let's deploy them up on the bluffs here, overlooking the road, because that's where the enemy will come down the road to try and take that point. I think these are bluffs. It's just a hill, really, a small hill. Okay, it looks like they deploy as a line automatically, I guess. All right, 2nd Division is heading south. Cover, what is this? Warrenton Turnpike. Once they take it, I'm going to put them in the forest here for better cover. So far, enemy is not spotted. Of course, it's nighttime, so they might not even be moving. Yeah, it looks like they're not capturing anything. Normally they would be capturing this stuff. Or they could be arriving in a few hours too. That's cool. I think I'm totally nerding out, dude. That's pretty cool. Hey, what's up, TC? How you doing, buddy? All right, so I've captured that. Gonna head here. Oh, they just captured the bridge, so they are coming. Let's get our men into position. This is a smaller force we've got here.